Hey Aries, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I'm going to pull some cards for you. Just a little bit of clearing. I've already pre-shuffled. I'm just going to shuffle a few more times. And then we're going to get going. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries, as well as the Mars of the feminine and the Venus of the masculine. Today is January 30th, 2020. This is for the first half of February. And for everybody watching, and the highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned. And fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, for Aries, let's see what you have. Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. I was getting the god Aries. All right, let's see what you have here. Oh, 9 of Cups right off the bat. Challenge is the 2 of Wands. The foundation is the 5 of Cups reversed. Recent past for Aries is the Strength card reversed. And crowning or near now moment is the Knight of Wands. What's coming up for you guys is the 4 of Wands. This is really beautiful, Aries. How do you see yourself? As the King of Pentacles reversed. And what's around you, or how do other people perhaps see you? As the Knight of Swords. On a mission. Let's push these over a little bit. Oops, sorry. Okay. So what are the blocks that you need to work on or clear? And that is the 9 of Swords. And where do we end up? We have the 5 of Swords reversed, which is good that it's reversed. All right, then I do a little bit of a hangman thing here. This is connecting you to whatever's going to be left hanging in limbo at the end of the read. This is the High Priestess reversed. So you might need to use your intuition a little bit more there. And then we have left hanging the Emperor. All right, and you will get another card, but you won't know what that is until the end. And you might get more than one depending on what's going on. Okay, and then the underlying energy is the Hermit reversed. And I'm going to pull out some of the underlying energies to see what's been going on for you guys. Okay. So we have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords is here in the underlying energy. Then the Wounded Warrior, or the 9 of Wands reversed. The 6 of Pentacles reversed. And the Hermit reversed. So the King of Swords is upright, which is great, because that means he's in his truth, he's an honorable man, and he's kind of trying to figure out what's going on with this energy here of the Hermit reversed. And this could be somebody over-isolating or feeling like they're going nuts. It could be an elder who has Alzheimer's, that kind of thing, or just an elderly person who's having physical or mental challenges. This is more of about the mental challenges, though. And this also could be somebody coming out of isolation, right, who's been isolating for a long time. We have surrender here, though. And this is like the King of Swords surrendering. But this is feeling like there's some kind of debt or inequitable relationship going on, and the need to come out of hiding about that. All right, so whether it's debt or maybe you got scammed recently. And this could be an older person too, getting scammed because they're losing their mental abilities and someone's taking advantage of them. Or it could just be a relationship that's not fair, right? Someone does all the work and the other one doesn't. So let's see what happens here. So we have the Strength card reversed also in the recent past, which can be weakness. It can be a Leo who's out of control. It could also be ego death. And between the Hermit reversed and the Strength card reversed, that definitely could be some ego death there, especially if you have Alzheimer's, because there's no ego, right, once you're losing your mind. So let's see what we have there. There's also Virgo, Leo, Pisces, Aries. And then, of course, for the court cards, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. You coming up, Aries, as very earthy or ungrounded because you're reversed. So maybe it's too much about money for you, or you've lost money recently, money and status, and maybe you're all about that. But we also have the Knight of Wands upright, which is about fire sign energy. Could be a fire sign as well who's younger. And we have the Knight of Swords here too. So there could be two, you could have two kids around you, or two co-workers, two friends, but they're definitely up and about. They're very high energy and positive, but you're here reversed. So let's see what's going on with Aries. All right, so first the Hermit. Why do we have the Hermit reversed in the underlying energy? As well as the, well, here's the Hermit reversed. We have, again, the Six of Pentacles, which is here in the underlying energy, and the Queen of Pentacles. She's upright. So it could be somebody coming out after isolating a while because of debt or some kind of inequitable relationship, but she's good. Okay. And there might have been some defensiveness or feeling like someone's attacking. And that could, the King of Swords is right there on that card. So that could be the relationship between the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be either, or you could be someone who's around those two people. The Leo, or the Strength card reversed, or the weakness, is coming up as the Tower reversed, and there's the Hermit again. Hermit shedding light on the aftermath, right? The aftermath of the disaster, the sudden events, the epiphanies. All right? The weakness of others. And there could have been some kind of sudden event that where things fell apart, whether it's a relationship or something at work, or it literally could be an explosion somewhere, or just in the aftermath of epiphanies, or avoiding a disaster. But it's the Hermit with the light is coming up there as shedding light on what's happened with this disaster, whether it's avoidance or the aftermath, the mess, the weakness after the fact of having isolated or gone through ego death. That could be dark night of the soul coming up here. The foundation here is the Five of Cups reversed, which can be recovering from grief, no matter what kind of grief it is, loss, regret, guilt, shame, whatever it is, standing at the Y in the road and not letting go of the past, or just fear, you know, not of going forward, like not allowing the full change to happen. So this is coming up for the Five of Cups reversed. There's surrender here. Somebody's walking away, and here is either in death, right? Rest in peace, or also can be just resting, meditating for a change instead of working so hard. No longer the wounded warrior, surrendering to walk away and within and meditate. So that's really good. Getting over the loss and surrendering. The Nine of Cups there in the middle of the read, which is beautiful. That's the Get Your Wish card. It's also happiness, contentment with self, but it also could be celebrating out of the bar, or it could be a lodge there too. It's very much about wood in this deck. So it could be wine country or a ski lodge. Somebody could be celebrating there right now, making a toast. Okay, we have the Six of Wands reversed and the Three of Wands reversed. This is, it's very interesting. Somebody could just be doing this under the radar. Under the radar in the past, where they were celebrating a lot, or partying a lot, or vacationing a lot, or they're drinking a lot because they're feeling like a failure and living in the past. But I get like this, that's done. Like this Nine of Cups now is more positive. So it could just be doing, like, not wanting attention because you're happy with self, and maybe just a close few friends that you want to hang out with, Maybe you're reliving the past with friends because you're getting together with old friends, and that could be it. But you're doing it like under the radar. You don't want anyone else to know. Right? Or it could be a secret hiding place as well. Like a, a man cave or something like that too. So let's see with the Two of Wands. The next card that was coming out after those two is the Ten of Wands. So this is carrying a large burden from the past. It's like finding happiness with yourself in spite of all of the burdens that you've had to carry, all the responsibility. That you're very surprised that you're coming out getting your wish after all this. The Two of Wands is upright, choosing a new path. That's your challenge because you still feel imprisoned. But it's like maybe you are in prison. This is finding peace even though you're trapped in a situation. So it doesn't have to be actual jail, but it can be. Being in jail and finding peace with it, or being imprisoned by your situation and finding peace with it. And that's where you get personal contentment. But the choice of path has to do with finding peace right where you are. Or moving away from others who are in fear and anxiety because you no longer resonate with that. So it has to do with leaving a job, perhaps. You're choosing a new path, a new career. But you may feel defenseless right now to energies, but learning how not to care what other people think. So when you fall to the bottom, that's when you learn to not care about what other people think. Because when you're so exhausted or so emotionally taxed, you don't give a crap what anyone else thinks. That's where you learn to let go. See, everybody survived when you couldn't deal then, so they can survive when you are good as well. Still doing what's best for you and not for them. So the crowning position is that Knight of Wands upright. And that's relating to the energy of this Nine of Cups, whether that's you or somebody else, because you're coming up reversed here, ungrounded. So if you're drinking, perhaps maybe you're ungrounded right now and that is you, or this is someone around you. But there's a great happiness of getting wish and getting over past grief, loss, regret, guilt, shame, whatever it is. This is about getting physical and getting busy again, getting out there, enjoying time with friends, doing fun things. Somebody could be clinging to you too. This could be a parent, it could be a partner, it could be a boss. This could be someone who's, if you're splitting up from someone, whether it's a boss or a relationship, they could be feeling insecure because they won't have you to make them money anymore, so they're pissed. Or they're just insecure, that's why they're reversed, because they're not in their empowered empressness. And we have this keeps coming up together, the Empress and the Magician together. These two came up upright with Aquarius, but they came up reversed, just like this, in Pisces. So you have something in common with Pisces, if not your Aries or Pisces with the other sign in your chart. But there's two manipulators here who are trying to hold on to you or this Knight of Wands energy because they know that they're going to be screwed without that energy, and that definitely can be a work situation. Coming up for Aries, you have the Four of Wands. And it's very interesting because with the Four of Wands, you have some negative energy at home. This card wants to come out too. So this is about negative kids, difficult kids, teenagers, whatever it is. Maybe detoxing, going through codependencies and addictions. Somebody who's rejected or vulnerable, or that could be a spoiled brat as well. And this is someone who's to let go of their stuff. So it could be trying to get kids maybe in a split, maybe you lost a job, or in a split of relationships, so now you have less money. The kids have to give up some things and activities, or they're selling things that they don't want to let go of, and they're mad. So that could be, it's funny because the Four of Wands is upright, so everything's good about the stability of the home. That's supposed to be a happy home, but there's definitely kids who are not so happy about what's going on there. All right, so you as Aries, and that could be adults acting like kids at home or work as well. Or the safety of home after dealing with people who are acting like kids at work. There's definitely emotional stuff here, so definitely could be people at home. It could be the past returning, it could be a negative past, maybe you have family, you have a bad childhood, and there's certain people you don't want to deal with. But there's definitely addictions coming up here, detoxing. whether it's kids, dependencies on spending money and stuff, or whatever that might come up as. You, as the King of Pentacles reversed, are coming up as the Fool reversed, which is literally the Fool, or falling for her. This could be like a fool in love, or someone who fell for the independent female there. And this could be a teen as well, like fooling for their manipulations or falling for their manipulations. Or you don't know whether this person is manipulating you because you're falling for them and you don't know what to do. And that's so funny because Totally Close to the Heart came up in my other video today. And I was just getting, don't know what to do, and I'm always in the dark, right? So it's the King of Pentacles reversed, falling into either their own independence, but may have tripped up and fell on their face because they're lacking faith in themselves. So this is either their own independence or literally falling for somebody else. And then we have the Death card right after that. So I'm not getting death at all with that. I'm getting transformation, transition, dark night of the soul, Scorpio energy. It's like, look how the colors change. This goes from all yellow to white. It's like all this, there's a transition right there, a cutoff, where all of a sudden you're this, but then you're walking across the bridge and you become this. And that's somebody's breaking their patterns. The act, right? Their false personality, their face, their mask that they wear. It's about it's the death of that. Becoming independent, perhaps after a death, or a dark night of the soul, and that's literally the Dark Knight, Batman. But gaining your independence or falling for a female if you're a guy here. And then we have the Knight of Swords around that energy, which is coming up as the Three of Cups reversed and the Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of kid energy here too. So you could be a parent who's got a lot of kids around, or kids who have their friends over, or just dealing with, or maybe you're a teacher, so you deal with a lot of students. But this could deal with children with some kind of addictions. This could be third-party situations, gossip, antisocial behavior. All right, so this is about an announcement, like someone's rushing in to tell the King of Pentacles reversed, you Aries, about a third party perhaps, or an opportunity. But do you want the opportunity if it has to do with, this could be a negative group too, like bad influences, that this could be bad influences around your kid as well. Or maybe you got a note came home from school. So what do you need to clear as far as blocks? Why do you have the Nine of Swords? And that's like Rapunzel in the tower. So recovering from feeling out in the cold and exile, maybe you got kicked out of school, or maybe your kids got kicked out of school. Or here's the Five of Wands reversed. Maybe they got kicked out of a game, right, in sports, or got injured and went to the hospital. So you need to clear blocks about worrying about the worst happening to your kids all the time, because you're then putting that energy on their life as opposed to just trusting and having faith, right? That we don't ultimately, none of us have control, right? The universe has control. The universe is in control of all balance. We don't have any control. We just like to trick ourselves into believing that we do. So this is about letting go, recovering, coming back from exile, whether it's to the people who exiled you or letting go of that and going on to something else. But it's about you getting past blocks about needing to suffer, right? To sacrifice or suffer for your children. But it's letting go of the fight. And here's the bliss. This is the end of all pain. So you're learning how to let go of your kids perhaps, or just difficult situations, your own past traumas from childhood. And here's a final announcement coming up, or announcements, or you're hearing the call to action, some kind of decision being made. And then we end up with post-war of the Five of Swords reverse. Why? All right, this is you choosing a new path, and this could be you or somebody else leaving the Queen of Wands reversed behind. after a big war, and that can be War of the Roses, like in a relationship. But the Queen of Wands reversed is either just exhausted after the war, or she's pissed because the other person, whether you're the Queen of Wands or the other person, and that could be the same. Like the Queen of Wands reverse could be choosing a new path as well because she's sick of this. But it could be with the Knight of Wands, right? Someone younger than her. Or she could be choosing a new path with someone younger than her and leaving Aries behind. So let's see why we have, after that, we have, that's again, she may not be using her intuition. And there may be some PTSD or just post-war looting, right? And after a war, looting happens. People steal from each other. So there may be some of that going on. But the need to use intuition, or that the secret is out. And now we have the king or the emperor there in a twist of fate, now disconnecting or breaking up a relationship. So the emperor may not have never expected his partner to break up with him, because maybe he was thinking about breaking up with her, but she broke up with him. So that might be coming up for the emperor. And then we have the Queen of Cups with the Chariot reversed too, so there could be a Cancer involved as well. Okay, and there's this, after that is the suffering in silence with the message coming in. So someone's suffering in silence and then speaking their truth, rushing in with their truth. All right, so what were the what's the cards that were coming out after that? The King of Wands comes up right after that too, which can be a Leo. Leo, that was also in Pisces read. So I want to put that out there. Your next card after the Emperor is the Six of Swords, so finding peace. I did pull a few more just to see what else was going. You have the Three of Pentacles reversed, which may be someone leaving a job or just issues at work. Finding peace, like it's like not trying to fight the issues at work, maybe just finding peace with the issues at work, but you still have issues with work. And then you have the Lovers. So this could be definitely a third-party situation where you may be connected to them at work or through work, or needing to leave work to be with someone that you love. And then here's that offer of the Holy Grail. Someone's definitely tempted to go into a relationship here. So there definitely could be a breakup to go into a new relationship. And let's see if we can clarify those energies. And then I'm going to pull your oracle cards so we don't get too much further into this. All right, so we have a duel. Pretty funny. Not expressing feelings. They're not talking. They're just going to duel it out. There's a split, lies, cutting through the BS. This is pulling the sword out of the stone. We're going to get to the bottom of this. There's impatience in wanting to start over in love, and a whole new beginning with a closing of that chapter. And there's the Queen of Swords speaking her truth, and that can definitely be a divine feminine there. And then we end up next to her with the King of Pentacles reversed. So that could be you, Aries, ultimately wanting to be with this Queen of Swords, but you're breaking up with the Queen of Wands, or you're around these people. So because we have an Emperor here too, who could be the boss at work if there's issues at work. Maybe the Emperor's the one who's connecting with this person, and you're just in that environment. So you know who fits who in your situation. So I'm not going to go into it anymore. But the Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles reversed ultimately want to hang out together. Maybe after a split. And then the underlying energy is a whole new life. There's communication, spreading the word first, after coming clean. The Emperor comes clean, and then spreading the word of a new life offer. Okay, so really beautiful, Aries, actually. All right, now your numerology card. Let's see what you get. The romance could be with your work, too. It could just be work that you love, and you don't want to leave it. So you have to kind of make peace with whatever differences you have at the workplace. But it definitely looks like you're coming together with people, and that could be a friend, too, that you just want to hang out with. But it definitely can be love as well. Okay, you have compassion and, let's see, the bottom of the deck is leadership. So when they're reversed for me, that's just more significant. So 81 is the end of the karmic cycle. You have leadership with the orange, which is sacral. And also there's pink there for the high heart. We have a lot of purple here coming out for you for the third eye. And then heart to throat chakra energies for me. Completion with the 9 and the Hermit. Follow your dreams, even more so, the 85. 77 of spirituality, and compassion of 99. A lot of intuition needs to be had here. They're all purple, not just the one or the other. All 3 cards, the star and the background is purple. They're a little bit different shades of purple. But very much you need to use your intuition and follow your dreams. You need to speak up about your dreams too. But use your intuition first. All right, then for the romance angels, you have, it's just 25-25, which is the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Wands. All right, so you could be 2 guys out on the prowl with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Make the effort. Love, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And you also have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. This is for you, Aries. And then unrequited love at the bottom is there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Okay? So maybe you're being turned down for love, or you're getting out of one relationship and going into another. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And then there's unrequited love. So either you're making a try for love and then being rejected, or you're going from one relationship into a totally new relationship. And let's get you a Kipper deck card as well. For Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries, 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 Aries. Okay, it's like you maturing. Okay, the mature man. You're growing up. There's a main male and main female right after that. So you could be the father. This could be a partnership too, like you work with your child and their partner. Or you're just the grandparent in the situation, and maybe you're living with a couple, your child and their spouse. All right. Getting unexpected income. So you could be in either part of this dynamic, but there's unexpected income. Perhaps you didn't want to take a father in who needs help, but actually they're going to help out financially. So there's unexpected income, and that might be a nice treat for you, actually. Like someone might have some bad health. So here's the family room. You may have empty nest syndrome, or just broke up, so it's feel kind of empty at the house, or it could be a new home. But there's a false person behind this, so be careful. All right, it has to do with a home and a journey, perhaps how far from home you want to have to work, or maybe you don't know enough about this person because you both have masks on. So you want to know how you might want to feel this energy here. So very nice, Aries. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, your joy, and nature. And rise and be loved, guys. Bye.